Welcome to Future Hits Emerging in London. I'm your host, Dieter. We are in Conk Studios, and today I'm joined by Max Ryan.
Hello.
How you going today, mate?
Yeah, good. And yourself?
Oh, I am going brilliantly. You just performed your song, Another Life.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, it sounded great in the control room. Real pleasure to listen to it. I've got to ask, why did you choose that song to perform with the LDN Features band today?
So it's always been sort of a goal of mine to have like an amazing band sort of set up with horns and you know, trumpets and everything. And I think that song in particular, with the tempo of the song as well, just would have worked really well. And it did, and it was amazing. And you know, I enjoyed it. And yeah, hopefully
the whole band like really locked in together, which was really nice to hear.
Yeah, and it's nice when that happens. And you know, because obviously it's when you haven't played before with people, you know, you're like, oh, there's always that. But you do, and they've been amazing. And yeah, it's been a really fun day. So it's been good.
So I wanted to talk about like the song itself as well. So what's the song about? Could you talk about the sort of meaning and the lyrics?
Yeah, so it's Another Life, and I think we all kind of had those moments where in life you take a certain job, or you know, you wonder on what has happened, and you know what sort of path we're on, and you know where we're kind of going, you know, in our own futures and things like that. And obviously from a relation point of view, you know you're with that partner or that person. And I think it's always in life, it's like what ifs, and it was kind of a story about that, just sort of what might happen, you know, and we tried to capture that today a little bit more, and yeah, just about that journey really as well. And it came from an EP that's about a journey. And
well, yeah, I did want to ask about that. So the EP itself, I just wanted to know sort of how does that song fit in the EP? And what is sort of the whole EP about?
Yeah, so the EP is called Camino, so it's on my Spotify and things like that if anyone wants to find it. And basically I got together with a producer called Charlie, who was here today. And it's just sort of about a journey. It's about, you know, I was lucky enough to do a little bit of travelling when sort of writing some of these songs, and I was away from home and away from certain people and experiencing life in a different way. Yeah. And again, it was another life to what I had been used to probably 6 months prior to that. And you know, this song today and other songs on that EP are kind of about those little journeys of missing home in different towns and different places that you experience. And yeah, the title track Camino, which means sort of in Spanish the way of life. And I think there's obviously a trail and do as well. I wouldn't do that. It was a bit of a long one, that one. But yeah, it's kind of just about all of that really together.
So was there any like journey or you know town that was sort of really stuck out in the journey of making
so
that?
There was a town I was lucky enough to go visit in Fiji. I was on this little remote island away from everyone, and it was a village, and it was, you know, as you would imagine, the village life, and you know how relaxed it was, and how away from sort of the real world, if you like, it was, and yeah, it was a real calming moment, and you know, what was brilliant for us, it allowed us to have that bit of I say us being my partner who we went, that bit of ideal time, and it just puts it in a bit of perspective really, and yeah, it's given me a little bit of a new drive to come back, do more music, and yeah, go on my musical journey as well, if you like. That's cool.
Amazing. So do you have any like live shows or tours coming up?
So we're planning sort of a tour for next year. We're in the details of that. We're on the back of obviously doing our headline at the Finsbury, which was great in London. We then obviously released the EP, and we've got a show actually this Friday in my local area in Hitchin at Club 85, which is an amazing venue. It's been there for quite a while, and yeah, they're kind of in a position where they're changing ownership, and they need people's support to kind of get together, as most venues at the minute are. So yeah, we're doing a show there, and hopefully we can get a few people and help the venue and have a nice night, and then hopefully into 2026 more music and more shows. Yeah.
So is there any new EPs or albums on the horizon?
There might be.
There's keeping that under wraps for now.
I'm quite open when I think we talk about new music and stuff. But like I said, me and Charlie, who we work with a lot, we're in the studio in a couple of weeks' time as well, and yeah, hopefully more music for next year, and yeah, opportunities like this where we can showcase it, definitely.
All right, well, I'm looking forward to hearing what's to come as well. Thanks so much for joining me on the show today. Where can people find you?
So it's on social media, so it's at Max Ryan Music, MAXRYN, and then music at the end. And yeah, we post everything on there. I say we've got a band as well that plays. So yeah, all on there.
All right, thank you so much for joining me on the show today. It's been a pleasure to see you perform and hear your song as well.
Thank you.